Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your midday news fix for Monday the 29th of January. A woman's died in custody at Wellington's Central Police Station after being found unresponsive in a cell early today. She'd been taken into custody on Saturday after having outstanding warrants for her arrest. The woman was given medical attention but could not be revived. And a person has been found dead in the northern Dunedin suburb of Liberton. Police and St John confirm they were called to Hillary Street just after 9 a.m. Senior Sergeant Anthony Bond says the circumstances are being investigated, including whether the death may be a homicide. Herald reporter Ben Tomset says cordons remain in place at both ends of the street.
I spoke to a few neighbours who told me that it was a fairly quiet street. Most people have lived here for a long time, 20 to 40 years. And something like this is quite unusual.
Police say there's no ongoing risk to the public. A drone attack has killed 3 US soldiers and injured dozens at a military base near the Jordan-Syria border. US President Joe Biden is blaming an Iran-backed militant group. Al Jazeera's Mahmoud Abdul-Wahid has spoken from Baghdad in Iraq. He says the Islamic resistance group states their attacks will only end if the US stops supporting Israel's military campaign on Gaza.
Sources with the Islamic resistance say that they are on high alert now in several locations because they expect a retaliation from US forces.
A 66-year-old man's due in the Hamilton District Court today, charged with arson over a suspicious blaze in Whangamata last night. It's believed 2 people escaped from the fire, the 2-storey house, which was heavily damaged. A FENZ spokesperson says 4 firefighters took less than 30 minutes to extinguish the fire. An education researcher says more announcements are likely on school curriculums and teaching methods. The new government's making compulsory an hour each of reading, writing and maths at years 0 to 8. Education Hub founder Nina Hood says there are some schools that are already doing this.
For other schools, it is going to be quite a big adjustment and it's going to mean them reshaping their timetables and spending a lot more time on those subjects.
Next term, schools will be required to have cell phone policies in place, but it's expected that most schools will implement them this term. Wellington Mayor Tory Whanau is fronting up to Simeon Brown this morning after the minister expressed disappointment in councils for failing to provide details on Wellington's water issues. Whanau says she's looking forward to the meeting and hopes to work towards finding a solution to the region's water woes. Nurses are scratching their heads over the Health Ministry letting pharmacies vaccinate infants. The nurses' organisation says it would make more sense to invest more in primary care to increase childhood immunisation. Spokesperson Kerry Nuku says there's a workforce already prepared.
Pharmacies did a great job during COVID with the vaccination rollout. Certainly they're an option. It should have been as a sort of last resort as opposed to the first cap off the rank.
To sport, the Wellington Phoenix will seek to overturn a red card shown to women's goalkeeper Riley Foster. Foster was sent off during yesterday's 2-0 win over Canberra for supposedly elbowing an opposition while waiting for a corner. Coach Paul Temple says they'll be on the phone to league bosses today. Eliza McCartney has finished second at her latest pole vault event in France. McCartney has had a best vault of 4.64 metres in the meet near Normandy. And New Zealand skier Ruby Star Andrews has finished 7th in the X Games slopestyle in Aspen. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.